Hey guys, what's up? Red Raven here. Sorry it's been a few days. I've been out of town. Life got pretty crazy over the weekend, even though it was supposed to be a holiday. Um, but today is going to be several tutorials kind of squished into one because it's kind of along the same lines. I'm going to show you how to make a pad and then kind of this pluck sound that'll kind of fit nice with the pattern we've made. So first I'm going to show you the pad. Now all I've done here is taken the bass notes, moved them up an octave, and then another octave doubled up above them. So that's all the notes are. And then what I've done is I've changed the first oscillator to the triangle, the second one to a square, and the third one I left at a sine. The coarse tuning on the second one is -24. The coarse tuning on oscillator 3 is -12. And then I did the fine tuning, and the stereo detune, which I showed in my bass tutorial, how to mess around with that. And so if I hit play right now, it'll sound like this. Nothing special, but it's a good starting point. So now I'm going to turn on the chorus, which I left at the default settings. That gives us this sound here. Not bad. And then the fruity fast distortion, I just added a little bit of distortion to give it a little bit of growl. And then added some reverb and compressed it to make it louder in the mix. So that's my pad. It's pretty simple, but it gets the job done. Now on to the pluck sound. All I've done here is the first little note of the pad notes. I put a little short attack, so it's like a stab. Let me turn off the effects here real quick. Okay, so all this is oscillator 1 is a triangle, oscillator 2 is a square, and oscillator 3 is a saw. I did the coarse tuning on oscillators 2 and 3 are -12, and then messed with the fine tuning and stereo detune on oscillators 1 and 2. We have this. I also created an envelope for the volume. Now how you do this is the attack, if it's way over here, it'll slowly build in. You can tell you don't hear it because it doesn't build before the end of my note. The shorter this is, the shorter the attack, so you'll hear a difference. So that's pretty simple. And then I turn the sustain down to almost all the way down and added a little bit of a release. And then I put a fruity chorus on it, left it default, and a fruity delayed 2, left it default. So we have a pretty good sound right there. And then add some reverb to it. I turned the decay up, the room size up. So now our pluck sounds like this. So that's a pretty good sound. I'm going to turn the compressor on with it. You play that with the pad and you have a more complete high region. So that's our pads and the pluck sound that I made. All I've done other than that is I just made a basic sub bass by creating another 3x OSC, turning the volume down on oscillators 2 and 3, and then turning the coarse tuning on oscillator 1 all the way down to -24 on a sine wave. Put the bass notes in with the bass line, and that allows us to fill out the bass range that sounds like this. If you don't have monitors, you probably won't be able to hear that. If you're on regular computer speakers, you definitely won't be able to hear that part. But it'll help make your track sound more professional, have the more bass. It fills it out more. So if we bring all of our drums and sounds in, right now it's not mixed. That's going to be the next tutorial. But you can kind of get an idea what it's going to sound like by now. So I'll just play this for you. So we've come a long way from the drum beat we've made. Still not the best dubstep track in the world, but it is definitely not the worst. Until next time, peace out. Check out ausdubstep.net.